You know, throughout this whole gang stalking experience, I don't think there hasn't been one part of my life that hasn't been infiltrated by these demons. I didn't realize they were everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere you go. One part that hurts me the most, I guess, I've been affected greatly by the medical profession, doctors, hospitals. I've had my medical reports altered because the man I live with, his daughter, works in medical records. He's got a real close friend that works for another hospital, an IHA system. She's in medical records. So between these two women, they completely destroyed my medical records, took the fact that I had kidney cancer off, took off that I had pancreatitis. They just completely, did whatever they wanted to. Erased this, added this. They completely demolished me. And then one day, I got a copy of my medical records. I brought them home. I put them in a safe. Well, them gang stalkers can even get into your safe. So your safes aren't even safe. I had them in a manila envelope. I went to go get them out, 4 or 5 days later. They were completely out of the manila envelope. They had all been gone through, marked up, you name it. So, I took this information to my doctor. I've been telling him in gang stalk because I couldn't get no help from the police. So I was trying to hope that I'd get some help from this doctor who's got God all over their office. Little Bibles, God sayings for this, little refrigerator magnets. God, 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 wherever you look, right? Thinking I surely was safe there. Well, I was until my son went in there a year ago. And once he went in there a year ago, they quit bringing their computers into my office visits. And everything changed. If I called them when I was sick, they no longer could fit me in. They just started treating me like shit, just like everybody else does. But anyways, I reported to them, and I showed them, physically showed them, how my medical records had been broken into and what they did to them, and physically showed them the proof of how they had been altered, the things that were done to me. Again, they didn't go to the authorities. They should have. Like I said, I went to the authorities, but they wouldn't help me. So I figured, under law, a doctor has to help you, right? So no, they never did anything about my medical records being altered. They didn't give a shit. And then I told you I was missing 6 driver's licenses. They took my Michigan driver's license. They kept buying sinus pills with them because they're all meth heads all around me. The owner of the Apple Creek campground, he got tested positive for it. All the guys that come over the property, they're all on meth, right? And so they buy these sinus pills to make what they call the shake and bake. All right, so what they did is they went and bought these sinus pills under my driver's license to make me look like I'm the worthless piece of shit meth head, worthless menace to society, like they are. See, whatever they are is what they made me to be. And I also reported this to the doctor that I went in to go get some sinus pills and I was maxed out for the month when I had a prescription for them. So I never had to buy them over the counter. So that was proof beyond a shadow of a doubt, right there, okay? They could have busted somebody. Did the pharmacist report it? I said, did you report this? It's against goddamn law. Well, no, it's no big deal. You just can't buy no more. I said, it is a goddamn big deal. Somebody is impersonating me, and they've got my identification and everything. It is a big deal. So being he didn't do anything, I called the police. Well, hell no, that was not a big deal. So then I called the Michigan License Association. They said, wow, we don't know how to handle this. We've never had a patient call. It's always been a pharmacist or a police officer that called. I said, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. They're all a pack of assholes. They're gang stalkers. I'm telling you, you better not sell another sinus pill under my goddamn driver's license in the state of Michigan again. Stop it. And so I don't know if they did stop it. I don't know. I haven't been back to check on it. But, I reported that to the doctor. I showed her the altered medical reports. I told him about the video that I saw, how they altered it when I would come in from cleaning my chicken coop with my gray fuzzy socks, how they cut out the ice cream and put a bloody knife in it instead, and making me out to be a crazy-ass heroin addict that's running around hurting children and animals. Reported that to this doctor, too, and they didn't do anything. But this doctor also, like I said, once my son went in there, they quit bringing their computer into my office visits. So I guess they're pulling some bullshit, too. They have denied me my medical reports for over a year until I finally made a report with federal authorities. Now I guess I'm allowed my medical records. So I don't know what all they've accomplished, if this went to court. I don't know what they've done. My son, Jerry Yeiter, all of his family, Katrina Kelly, all these assholes, Pamela Taylor, people that's getting paid to gang stalk me. I don't know if the $96,000 that Pamela Taylor got deposited, if that was my money, or if that was the money that she gets to pay all these gang stalkers. I'm not too sure yet. When I did talk to my brother 3 years ago, he said, I told him, I said, brother, they're taking these sick videos, they're doing some crazy shit to me. There's got to be some money out there or something. He said, you don't have no money. You don't have no money. I've never known my brother to lie to me, but you know what? As convincing as these son of a bitches are, Lord only knows what they told him or showed him, and including my son, whatever they did, you know. I don't know. So I don't know if they've stolen all my money or if they're just getting paid all this money from, you know, Homeland Security, paying these local cops that's destroying me. But don't think, guys, that you could go to your doctor and feel safe, because my primary care physician started talking to me like I was a crazy 4-year-old or something. So I quit going to that worthless bitch. And then so I started going to my specialist. Well, everything was fine there. But again, Jerry Yeiter goes there, and so does Pamela Taylor. So, you know, Pamela Taylor has got a record a mile long, been in rehab for benzos, years of drug dealing. I could go on and on and on, okay? All these people that's done this to me, who they think society, they're just wonderful people, they're this or that, they're just the complete opposite, all right? And they also go to this doctor. So I just want all you TIs to know, don't think that you're safe just because you're not going to a shrink. You know they'll fuck you, okay? But you could guarantee your medical doctors are doing it too. So if I was all of you, I would go get a copy of my medical reports right now, all right? Go get them and try to find a safe with a dial. You got to spend $100 and some bucks, a couple $100. You have to have a dial safe. You can't have one of those little ones with a key or a keypad electric entry. You have to have a dial. Go get your medical reports and listen to me. Have a good day.